Alright, chat. We're looking at the truck. Alright. I low-key kind of started recording pretty late. But, this is it. Yeah. Also, my fucking microphone isn't, popping up on the editing app. So, I'm low-key cut. I'm cooked. Damn it. Alright, but I started off with making the cab and then kind of deciding the trailer size type shit. So, yeah. I think it's pretty fire. I think it's pretty fire. Like, looking at this was not the final product. I did so much more. But, yeah. The rest is mostly gonna be like speed running through the building process. Ugh! Speed running through the building process. Yo, this shit sound goofy, bruh. Alright, so this little the guns on the side kind of like confuse a lot of people, because once you're in like the camera on the gun, it's kind of like you know, you don't really know what to do, and a lot of people get lost like looking at it. They just flex it in the wrong way and fuck it up. But the top one's easier. And I also made you know, if you look in the clip, you can also see I make like shoot downs from the wall. So like if there's more than 4 or 5 people in the truck, then they can just shoot from the sides, or they can open the back, which I made later on. Yeah. I also did a little test drive to see if it was drivable, because I made a custom suspension that I do on a lot of my vehicles and shit, and it's not really hard to make, but it's hard to add on to. So you know, I took a good look at the truck, you know, the signals, the backup, the way in, how to get in, the guns, the lasers for the guns. I checked everything, made sure that like it looked okay and like good enough. And I probably will later on make a wider trailer, but I made it skinny to fit within the road, because it was meant for a zombie apocalypse, and when you're playing, there's a bunch of spec kids like trying to hit you and shit. So like, you know, they can't drive straight. So I tried to make it like match up with the cabin type shit. But yeah, I did change it. I kept changing and changing and changing, cause you know, I didn't like how some things looked, like you know, different shit, like the front, the support, how stuff broke. Like I would test it. I would go out in the mode and test it, and I would see like what would break first when it wrecks, or like if it gets hit, or like the faulties, and like how the zombies got stuck. So within the trailer, there's only like, they kind of get like under the trailer, and so I might make a second version later on that has a wider trailer and a way to shoot through the middle, to kill them through the middle, but also putting a little more detail on the inside, because I kind of didn't do a lot, but I did like enough, you know, to where it's not like super ugly. You know, like it looks basic but modern but nice type shit. So I fiddled around with it a little bit, and you know, made the turning signals like 1 and 2, so you can like realistically do that. I might change it later, but yeah. I also changed the top, because I feel like the little chunky scalables were kind of ugly, so I kind of like flattened it out, made it like a little turtle shell up there. And then I did a lot to the front, man. I spent so long on the front, because I wanted it to be like as strong as fucking whatever you could hit with it. Like I wanted to be able to hit anything and be able to like really take it. So I was like switching materials and trying different things and add multiple layers and blah 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 blah. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty nice. You know, I made a little exhaust. I didn't do a whole lot, but I put like a little bit of effort, of effort. But I think it turned out pretty good. I kept changing the trailer. I like the little stripe down it. You know, I took a tank shot to it, made sure it could like withstand a little bit and not just the whole thing fall apart. But it depends what kind of tank bullets are hitting it, really. So I kept just testing, like destructibility. And, you know, the tank I used, Loki had like stacked tank bullets. So probably wasn't the best testing kind of tank. But most of them are like that now. So, you know. But, yeah. The engine's like one blow because it's just, you know, I try to keep it low bricks, you know, because the people that add like you can see like a regular car on the workshop and it'll be like 2,000 bricks, bruh. And it's like some little ass car, and it's because they keep like unclipping, because like they don't have snapping on, you know, type shit. So they just have hella bricks, bruh. And so that's why it kind of looks like simple, and it didn't take like weeks to make, because I just made it plain and simple. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. I spent good time on it. Yeah, to get to the front of the cabin, you do have to like open the guns out. But I spent a lot of time making it like really smooth to where it would perfectly fit and just, you know, make it have a nice look. And I made like the interior red, like the floors and like the guns, because, you know, I wanted it to look clean. But you know, you go in and you do kind of have to like wiggle your way through the middle gun. And the lights, they're pretty bright. They just mostly they're angled to light up the floor only type shit. But yeah, the guns, the lasers are like maximum length, so you can literally see them anywhere. It's direct aim because they're like built in with the gun, so it's pretty accurate. You know, they look sleek too. You know, they look nice little like top. When you put the guns back in, it's usually a page up, page down for the top one or some shit like that. But when you put it down, try to like aim it straight so it's not like fucking up the top and twigging out the vehicle. Especially if it's lagging, bro. It's gonna be really bad. Also, I wouldn't run the vehicle like over 300 ping, because the custom suspension is like, it kind of starts to like, it don't mix well with lag. And it's pretty bad, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's with a lot of vehicles, but you'll kind of notice it. But yeah, that's it, chat. Let's go.